got its first glimpse of the Aston Martin DBS as it barrel rolled across the silver screen in Casino Royale. But it was a lengthy wait before the full specification of the road car was revealed. It'd be easy to think of the S as a DB9 that's been the subject of a rigorous training programme. A wider stance, beefier wings and bigger wheels distance it from the DB9, but Aston Martin would rather you thought of this car as a road-going version of its DBR9 racer. The competition-style splitter and deep air dam direct air into the engine and over the front brakes. Reprofiled front wings and side skirts send it flowing smoothly along the sides. Venturi tunnels channel the airflow underneath to exit through a diffuser which, with the boot lid spoiler, maximise the downforce. This aerodynamic package, the front wings, bumpers and bonnet are all crafted from carbon fibre. Ditching the rear seats, new carbon ceramic brakes and the use of lightweight trim materials have dropped the curb weight of the DBS by 65 kilograms. The 6-litre now sucks larger quantities of air into reprofiled inlet ports, and a bypass valve opens at 5,500 RPM to cram in yet more, raising peak power to 510 brake horsepower. Genuine supercar territory. The 0 to 62 miles per hour time drops half a second to 4.2 seconds, and yet even though 388 grams per kilometre and 17.3 miles per gallon are not headline figures, the DBS is actually cleaner than the DB9. Peak torque remains unchanged, but is generated even higher up the rev range. The V12 remains remarkably flexible, pulling without complaints from 30 miles per hour in 6th gear. But the shift action of the Graziano 6-speeder is sometimes clunky, and the high transmission tunnel hinders quick upshifts. 85% of the DBS's weight is carried within its wheelbase, endowing it with remarkable agility for its size. An increase in track has improved stability over the DB9, and thankfully the well-weighted steering isn't overly quick, while remaining accurate enough to perfectly place what is now a rather wide car. There is a moment of nose-heavy hesitation on initial turn-in, but as the rest of the car follows, this transforms into a poised, neutral stance. Traction can also be an issue, unless the accelerator is applied smoothly. For the first time on an Aston Martin, the brakes are carbon ceramic and offer smooth, staggeringly effective stopping power, as good in a tailback as on a mountain pass. Also outstanding is the body control and the absorbency of the ride, regulated by dampers that continuously shift between 5 possible settings. Inside, the DBS gets a redesigned centre console and carbon fibre trim. Unfortunately, the new buttons are fiddly and hard to decipher, and the attractive dials are similarly illegible. The switchgear is Ford derived, and this stainless steel gear lever is not only ugly, but is already showing signs of wear on this 6,000 mile DBS. At least the driving position is spot on with the wheel and pedals well placed, and superb optional sports seats. At £160,000, the DBS is a huge price hike on a DB9, but compare it to the Ferrari 599 or Lamborghini LP640, which cost an additional £40,000 for arguable real-world performance gains, and the DBS turns into a relative bargain. As for good points, well, there's those superb carbon ceramic brakes. It gives a well-judged ride and brutal performance. As for bad points, well, there's the messy centre console design. There are occasional traction issues and this rather awkward gear lever.